Fog thick, vibe slick, shadow in the sand. But I see that mask slip, yeah, I know the scam. Zazu time trials, ghost laps on repeat. Running from the past, tires humming on the street. If you ain't got a clue, you can roll with the team. Scooby-Doo vibes, mystery dream. Zazu time trials, stopwatch flashing. Solving every case while the wheels keep smashing. Every second count, every mile means something. Ghosts get unmasked when the bassline's thumping. It's a late night vibe, headlights low. Fog creeping in, we don't ever move slow. Zazu on the dash, I'm racing time though. Mystery on the map, I'm unlocking codes. Scoob got the munchie, I got the drive. We don't split up, now we survive. Haunted mansion scenes, clues come alive. Every rhyme unmasking, who's been telling lies? Tick tock, stopwatch, I'm ghosting the track. Fred said floor it, no looking back. Zazu glowing like a neon trap. Mr. Gang forever put it down on the map. Zazu time trials, ghost laps on repeat. Learning from the past, guys coming on the street. If you ain't got a clue, you can roll with the team. Scooby-Doo vibes, mystery dream. From the fog to the finish, we reveal who's who. Zazu got me racing, Scooby got the crew. When the masks come off and the truth shine through, they all say, I'd have got away if not for you. Zazu time trial, Scooby in the ride. 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 Mystery machine on the line, let's slide. Roll up in the van, green paint with the flowers. Scooby got the snacks, we've been grinding for hours. Shaggy in the back, yelling zoinks when it's out. Chasing ghosts down like I'm hunting superpowers. Velma got the data, Daphne got the plan. Fred behind the wheel, that's the mystery man. Fog thick, vibe slick, shadow in the sand. But I see that mask slip, yeah, I know the scam. Zazu time trials, ghost laps on repeat. Running from the past, tires humming on the street. If you ain't got a clue, you can roll with the team. Scooby-Doo vibes, mystery dream. Zazu time trials, stopwatch flashing. Solving every case while the wheels keep smashing. Every second count, every mile means something. Ghosts get unmasked when the bassline's thumping. It's a late night vibe, headlights low. Fog creeping in, we don't ever move slow. Zazu on the dash, I'm racing time though. Mystery on the map, I'm unlocking codes. Scoob got the munchie, I got the drive. We don't split up, now we survive. Haunted mansion scenes, clues come alive. Every rhyme unmasking, who's been telling lies? Tick tock, stopwatch, I'm ghosting the track. Fred said floor it, no looking back. Zazu glowing like a neon trap. Mr. Gang forever put it down on the map. Zazu time trials, ghost laps on repeat. Learning from the past, guys coming on the street. If you ain't got a clue, you can roll with the team. Scooby-Doo vibes, mystery dream. From the fog to the finish, we reveal who's who. Zazu got me racing, Scooby got the crew. When the masks come off and the truth shine through, they all say, I'd have got away if not for you. Zazu time trial, Scooby in the ride. Zazu time trial, Scooby in the ride.
Hello, and welcome to the Zazu Time Trials. Time to shine. We got Black Hole. You gotta have it. It's
Yeah.
necessary. It's
Gotta sneak it
necessary.
in.
We got the boys. We got Black Hole Era. We got the
Black
homies
Hole Era
up
in the
in
house
the
for the
house.
time to shine.
I'm very
Happy
excited.
Wednesday, everybody.
We're
Happy Wednesday,
we're
boys.
going.
Indeed.
If you're familiar with the family, we're going through all the stupid, happy, beautiful humans that we know. And we're happy. Stupid Happy Collective. Check it out. Go check it
Check
out.
that.
And hey,
Okay.
very soon, if you guys go to Stupid Happy, their website right now, they're looking for help at their festival for the end of. It's the end of August, right? End of August. It's right into Labor Day
Beginning
weekend.
So
It's
beginning of
Labor Day
September,
weekend.
I
Mm-hmm.
think so.
So
Labor
that's the
weekend.
first plug we're gonna do for you. Go check out their website and yeah. So if you click on the Black Hole Era link is in the description, and if you go there, that's the website. You can go there. You can see all the stuff they're working on, and these are the homies. These are the homies. Go check it out. The festival is extremely fun. You should come and hang out if you have not before. But
Absolutely.
Would highly recommend.
absolutely. Well, is there anything that you guys would like to say before we just get right the fuck into it?
I guess I'd like to say something real quick. I just wanted to say thank you guys for having us on, and we've done, we have kind of a long past together the way that we first ever met, and it's kind of crazy thinking about that day, and now we get to both sit on this stream together and be able to work on music at the same time. And honestly, I'm very honored for that situation. So thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Pretty dang cool.
Yeah,
No.
I don't want to absolutely. Thank you.
Shout out, what is it? It's God, I can't think of it now. What is it? Creek, or what was the jazz festival?
Donkey Creek.
Donkey Creek.
Freak,
Shout out
babe.
He was halfway
Yeah.
there, dude. You're halfway there.
The donkey, man. The donkey.
What was it, Creek, man?
Yeah, it's like Creek is like. I just remember the crazy storm that happened. So
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah.
My
That
favorite
was wild.
story.
That one actually.
It
Yeah.
always
that was the first
windstormed.
time I met. Was it both of you, or was it just you, Alec? I don't remember.
God, I don't know. There was a weird mix of like. I think I'd seen you maybe in passing, but not like officially known you before. But I think it was somewhere around that time.
Yeah, it was like that was the. It was yeah. It was you were Tony. I don't remember, but whatever. Tony, I don't remember if you guys were. Did the Unknown Knowns play?
Yeah, so I stage managed that
Yeah.
place for gosh, for like 5 or 6 years, and then the Knowns played for like most of those years. So we'd
Okay,
be
that's
stage
right.
managing, and then we had Alec and Mikey and Thomas and Addie, like
Yes,
all the homies
yes.
hanging out and helping with the stage stuff because the
It's-
budget was beautiful.
I remember,
Yeah.
dude, I remember the boys, Lucian and Sechi came home from that one and they were like, we gotta book the Unknown Knowns, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
honestly,
man.
we both got to the end of that and we're like, was that incredible? Was that just me? Am I overselling this right now? He's like, no. He's like, we should go talk to these guys like some more. And it's like, I don't know if like we were already talking with you at least throughout the day a little bit about, I don't know, not work related stuff, just kind of messing around. But yeah, by the end of that, I remember being like, yeah, we should look into this big time because these guys are amazing.
No, we're happy that the relationship continued. I know the whole band, most of the band, it's like we are very diverse in our music interests, and it's so cool to see everybody being like, yeah, no, we're going to an EDM festival, and that's just so not like their normal tendency, and they're so down because we're all about the people. We're like if it's good people, we're gonna come and hang out, and we're gonna try to throw down some dope ass music.
And
Dude, I get,
we've had some amazing memories too at that festival.
yeah, I get flashbacks like damn near daily of that set last year. Just full rainbow the whole time. I think that
Full
stage,
rainbow.
I think that
I don't
stage
think-
really alluded to your guys' persona for sure.
We appreciate all the work you guys do.
I think it's crazy too because I don't think I made it to the first year, but I know for sure I made it to the second year.
Oh yeah.
And to see the evolution of that, dude, absolutely fucking buck wild. Like, so fucking proud of you guys.
I definitely
Onward
like.
and upward, baby.
And then you threw down one of the grossest sets I feel like we've ever even had there.
Yeah,
The first year of the puss, dude. When we busted out the puss and you showed up, people showed
That
out.
was a fucking. That was so much fucking. Too.
You're thinking about the squid is a mind eater.
I had so much fun that year, but I also unfortunately remember like it was like a fly in and fly out scenario for me.
Yep.
So I'm so sad I didn't get to absorb that fucking festival.
Yeah, dude, you were here for your set, and then you fucking deuced out. You're like,
Well,
later.
you had multiple shows, right? You had like another show in Colorado.
Yep.
There was something like that. I was doing like a double run. So yeah, it was a tight time frame. I had to get back to work to fucking Oregon on Monday or some shit, and so it was just it was an experience.
Pretty cool still.
He's flashing back. He's flashing
Not a lot
back.
of sleep happening.
Yeah, exactly. Not a lot of sleep at all.
That's a good thing, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's just been so fucking cool to see the extent that Synth has gotten taken to.
I definitely
And
like.
I love that fucking location you guys are at now too.
I was about to say that
It's much better.
the new location, Alec. I don't think you ever got to see the first location. The first location was awesome. I feel like there was a lot of room to grow. Like it's just a very expansive area.
Don't mean to cut you off. I don't think you even got to see the first location. That would have been Wolf Camp. And the Sacred Space Festival happened there before us, and that was actually like the birthplace of synesthesia. But that campsite was something out of a fairy tale, dude. It was unbelievable. One of the stages was like right up against this crazy awesome rock formation that people would just hang out on. Like,
So then I saw the second location. I saw the second location where one of the stages was right in the field, and
Yep, Elk Creek.
Yep. Okay. Then I saw the second location.
Yep. But
That's the one
shouts
I'm-
out to Bulldog Creek for real. Oh my god, that place is awesome.
Yeah,
great.
Wolf Creek. Yeah, Bulldog Creek is awesome. Wolf Camp was super interesting. I mean, it goes without saying they did have wolves there, which was cool. So,
That was
There
dope.
was wolves.
But also they had wolves there.
But also,
yeah, and when I'm short, too, I'm like 5'6", so like I was standing next to these things and I was like, holy smokes, these things are huge. Like,
no, being
Yeah.
up next to a wolf is pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Before we transition into getting our black hole, so black hole era is going first. All right, it's our first time to shine where they're like, all right, let's go first. So I'm excited to see the pressure on for you guys first. Before we get into it, though, check out their socials, give them likes, start subscribing to them. And also with us, that little button down there, the subscribe button, the like button. If you haven't liked our stuff, please do so if you want to see some more of this dope content. And we're going to get right into it. Let me transition.
I said, move now. Now
Press
is the
the follow
time.
button.
All right, Seji,
All right,
you got to count me down, dude, and got the 30 minutes on the clock. We're here.
right.
You got the switcher off.
It's time.
Oh, here we go. How about I just mess my mic up here real quick before we get started? Whoop-a! I said a whoop. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Audio
What's up?
chat. We have someone requesting to turn up the audio in the chat.
The overall audio. Interesting.
Overall audio. Okay, we're checking.
little
1,
bit of-
2.
Shout out Liam doing Sound Police on YouTube. I love it.
Man, give us a little bit of.
Love you, brother.
You know, I'm just literally I'm going over to Discord. I'm just gonna turn you guys all up a little bit. Or is this what we're gonna do?
Okay.
You guys are gonna see these
This is-
screens. You're gonna see behind the scenes right now.
This is me
Oh.
checking. Check. 1, 2.
Don't focus.
1, 2.
Don't focus. It's okay.
Everybody.
I feel like I'm seeing into the Matrix.
We got
Zoo, do you
1,
have that
2,
switcher
check.
off?
I have the switcher off. Yeah, I sure do.
Okay.
Cool. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Count me down, sir.
All right. We got a 5, a 4, a 3, 2,
Three.
1. Go.
Haboo.
Blocka.
And we're into it.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. All right. I think let's start with some drums
Go.
here. this is normally what I got set up is I just usually lay a bunch of standard sounds out and I'll go in and I'll change them a little bit later, but it gives me a nice starting point so I don't have to dig for samples all the time.
Now, when you say you lay out some standard stuff, is it like to your standard or to whose standard?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, honestly, for yeah,
Whose
I mean,
standard are you talking about?
Right. So we do, kick, snare, clap, hat. I get some reverse hats and a crash. Some things in there where I don't need to have them all at once, but just helps me build some quick patterns or something, so I can get an idea down of what I'm planning on doing. So.
Give a little.
We have quite a few different templates that we start from for like 140, or I have one for doing drum and bass work, and like sometimes to start a new track I will actually open up an old project, which is like a project of something that might actually be released, and just start deleting and changing shit. So I don't know if I've run into anyone else that does that, but I've ended up with some kind of cool results.
Definitely. So I want to honestly hop right into the elephant in the room of this is a duo project. So I want to know kind of like what is your guys, do you have a process? Is it pretty open? Do you got like, I want to kind of know how your guys' songwriting process and even live playing. How does that process go being a duo with you guys?
So going into like, I guess it's easier to start with the live, because talking about the live kind of goes back to the vision of the project.
Yeah.
I was doing like stage lights at the time and getting into that pretty hard. And Sechi was making music as Versace. He's actually, him and Lucian and Jarek and a few of the other Stupid Happy Fellows were the ones that got me into production. But either way, at the time I was doing lighting, and we had this idea like, hey, what if we did a project together where you did the lights very, very specifically, and we both made the songs. And that way we can, when we play it live, I can DJ, I being Sechi, and you can do lights. So the Black Hole Era live performance is generally me doing lights on stage from stage position, which if you're a lighting person, you know that's not generally how it works, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not, you want to be looking at the stage, you more than likely want to be centered. And it was just kind of like a wild idea we had. And from there, we just started making music together. We kind of had a similar style, and working in Ableton together was pretty easy. There was, I think Sechi mentioned it earlier, there was a little bit of time where it was hard to like step away and give each other the creative freedom that we each deserve. But beyond that, it's, I mean, both of us have a pretty accurate hand in making all of the Black Hole Era original music. The way we've been doing it lately, because we actually like don't live in the same area, which that was a huge curveball for us, trying to figure out how to go from collaborating in the same room, just sharing time on the same computer, to like, oh shit, you're 2.5 hours away from me at any given time, or sometimes more. You know, I traveled as a lighting guy for the last six-ish years. And sometimes I was pretty far away from Rapid City, and now he lives in Pierre, I live in Rapid, and we kind of just send projects back and forth to one another, which took us a little bit of getting used to, for sure. But
I mean, let me tell you, I'm not to interviewing you, but that's been the same process with me and Zoo. It's like,
how do you guys do that?
Been a good distance. Yeah.
How do we do it? Agree on VSTs. Make sure that we each have. Like, I mean, we share VSTs and buy them together, so like it's generally not a problem. But sometimes, you know, the differences with computer environments and like different computers, Ableton environments, doesn't always make it easy to like just send a project and go from there, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times we will share on Google Drive. It used to be Discord Nitro because I paid for it back then. And I don't know, I might again, but
See, that's what we're running at this point. We didn't do that for a while, and we're like, oh my god, the difference is crazy with video quality. We're like, all right, yeah, no, it's so blurry you can't even see our Ableton. And then in season 2, we're like, oh my god, we could actually see our fucking like actual words inside of Ableton now. This is kind of wild.
Yep. Plus, you can do soundboard shit.
It's true.
But you know, like, after you iron out, like, hey, I don't have this track specifically, like, it's not working, right? Like, the VST is not working. Can you go in and freeze and flatten that track? Turn it from, for those that might not be as versed, turn it from, like, a working audio rack into an audio file. And we'll, like, have to do that every now and again to make sure some stuff can get sent. And it's definitely not super ideal, but
there's a lot of times we've had to freeze and flatten ourselves, and end of day, like, we've had to learn, like, to collect all and save, and then sharing the entire project file. Like you said, sometimes it falls through and shit happens, but it's hard. It can be hard.
I've been looking into a couple of different options. There is a way, we both run Mac, and there is a way you can natively, like, take remote control of someone's screen. But if that person gives you the permissions, and we're interested to try it because I'm curious how bad the latency is going to be.
Absolutely.
So with you guys being on Mac, do you guys run VSTs or do you run the audio unit files?
We generally run VST3s.
Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about? About the AU files or whatever it is?
Yeah. They're up to AU3 now.
I naturally started using those, and then come to find out, of course, when I'm collaborating with other artists that don't have Mac, that's not
exactly
a thing on. And I'm like, okay,
exactly why we use
using VST. Yeah, just use VST3, so it's compatible no matter where it goes.
Yeah. I will say I've noticed audio units do run a lot smoother. Like when you have a ton of them open at once, it's a noticeable difference. But most machines that anyone is using these days are very much powerful enough to do Ableton. So
it's true. It is true.
Usually up to par.
Shout out humanity.
Shout out.
So I would love if Ableton, I'm sure they're working on some concept of it, but their actual like link feature that they have you guys ever looked into their link features?
We use
looked into it.
Me and Cooper use Ableton Link to do Choom Live. Which
it's
is
such a cool fucking thing that they started. If they only could integrate something like that with there's a bunch of video services now which use like servers that you create yourself. So if they could somehow integrate like self-created servers online that you own yourself or you create yourself, and then you could link to other people from around the world, that would fucking change. Because essentially, like, there's so many people who are dealing with our situation. Za is thousands of miles away from me, and even if somebody is 50 miles away from you, it's like it still proposes an issue of like I'm not gonna drive over there every single day. But if we're both in the music mood, we could figure some shit out if we could just link up our shit. Be able to work.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely, I would hope that they get linked to the point where you can like actually either use 2 instances to work on the same project. Like it takes a lot on like a data end for sure.
Absolutely.
You'd have to be connected to a very good internet connection to do something like this, but they do have like joint project sharing and programs like VS Code and like even, for example, Google, like Google Docs and Google PowerPoint.
It's possible.
It's all very possible. So it'd be really interesting to see which iteration of Ableton they decide to add that feature,
It's something that we've tried in the past is going through Google Drive or just some sort of cloud service and literally just bouncing the thing consistently, so everything is just uploading to the cloud constantly. And it worked a couple of times. Like obviously it's not going to happen instantly, but I'll throw a vocal track or another bass track in there and then it'll pop up instantly. So it's like it still works. It just takes a little bit more time, just a tiny bit more time.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually. So we started doing that back in like 2020, I think, when we first started being away from each other a lot, and we actually ended up. It's funny. It's full circle. It's a full circle moment. We ended up losing a project called Infinite Beauty to Google Drive in like the worst way. It just like completely corrupted the file,
Yep.
and we didn't have a backup of it. It was just screwed, or I thought we didn't have a backup of it. I just dug through one of my old hard drives, and it saved a temp version
Hey.
from that project, and I actually just am like in the process of finishing it up this last couple of weeks.
That's
I had
exciting.
to like bring it back to life because it was missing like damn near every sample, pretty much every preset, but like the bones were there, and I was like, I've been working on this song forever now, and I'm like, I just want it to be out because I love it.
Just from this project of live streaming and using Ableton at the same time, I think I've had 3 projects corrupt themselves live while we're
Yeah.
streaming, and I'm like, all right, guys, so I'm gonna see if I could fucking figure this out. Probably next time. Because
Yeah,
like
for
I'm like,
real.
there's no way I'm gonna fucking figure that out again. But
We go forward, not back.
yeah, genuinely, like it's so hard to look back through stuff. I'm like, at least the live stream holds the actual project structure. The prosperity's there. Can look back through the stream and be like, oh, that's what I was using. Oh, that's what I was doing, instead of having to rack my brain, which that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna fucking work ever. But fucking funny.
Kick that thing into overdrive.
Fucking over.
That thing in overdrive.
But yeah, no, I mean, Sechi and I have always kind of just made similar music. He's very, very good at doing rhythms and like groovy melody lines is I guess what I was trying to say there. And like a lot of most of the drop stuff ends up coming from Sechi's brain, or he gets the final refinement of it. But I don't really mind because he's got a pretty good method of feeding himself to a wall with the mixing process, and
I wanna
it ends
know
up with
real
really
quick.
good results.
I want to know real quick, everyone, just hold on one sec. Just wait, hold on. How locked in are you?
He's so locked
I'm
in.
locked in. I'm pretty locked in.
Sechi's
Sorry.
locked.
Oh, okay. I was gonna see if he actually responded. I'm like, oh, there's the answer.
I'm so bad
He's
at
still
it.
there. He's still there.
He
No,
is
I
still
will
there.
ask
He
Alec
is.
that sometimes, and he won't even fucking answer. I'll be like, "How locked in is he?" All right, guys.
Yeah, right.
It's me
Oh,
and you.
gosh.
Don't forget about Alec. Forget about Za. Forget about him.
It's like, hey, we're streaming right now, boys. Remember, you're supposed to be talking. Remember how this whole thing works?
Just right out background noise to him right now.
I think that's why in stream world, that's why the golden ratio is 3 people. Like you usually see most streams with 3 people because one dude's probably doing a thing, other 2 can still have a conversation, engage with the crowd. 2 people's hard. 2 people's hard to stay locked into all these things. It's very hard.
Without being completely silent.
Exactly. Oh,
I give props to like all the gamers.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know how they can be so like concentrated and like how focused and replying to chat. It just doesn't even make
And
sense.
just like entertaining. It's crazy.
I think 2 of my league teammates are in the chat right now.
hey. Hey, League Team.
So
League Team.
we be
Yes.
gaming, that's for sure.
How's everybody doing tonight? Speaking of the crowd, how are you tonight? Is everybody doing okay? I'm
Guys in the
exhausted.
chat?
Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you so
I'm eating
much.
pizza.
Yeah, for
You
real.
fucking
Very
pizza.
cool to see all your names pop through. I see your dad's in the chat.
Yeah.
Tony,
We got,
77710.
we got the mom and the dad in the chat right now.
Oh,
let's go.
We got the mom, the dad, and the girlfriend in the chat.
yeah, there we go. Mama Barbara. Hello, Barbara.
The mama bear. Yeah, we got all the beautiful people in the chat. All of them. Every single one.
All of them people.
Just so you know, you got 15 minutes there.
He's halfway through. We gotta start putting pressure on him.
He's cooking. I can hear him
Can't take
cooking.
it.
We're doing good.
All right.
See
let's
what's
here.
interesting looking at your project formatting is it feels like mine before I started working with Zob, because I would start my project like, I don't know, 10 or 20 bars ahead of where I thought the beginning would be. And then I'd send him a project and be like, dude, why is there so much empty space at the beginning? I'm just like, I don't know, for whatever it needs to be there. I don't know, man.
Right.
He's like,
We're getting there.
he's like, it's freaking me out. I need to move it over to the beginning. Put it over.
You know, you could just add time, dog.
Yeah, you can just like highlight and insert settings.
Insert time.
So-
Insert.
So what is this?
Hey, shout out Squecky Boy.
I was gonna say, what's this serum pack called, Squeaky Boy?
We have
I'll
a.
go over here. I'll just flash them real quick here. These are a lot of the ones we got. They're mostly Squecky Boy and yeah, dumb names. We got the absolute fucking.
You guys have
here.
you guys have the Rune sub bass one? Can I hear that
We
one?
do.
Can I hear
Dude,
it?
we
I want
have
to hear
the-
it.
All right,
Listen.
you're all
I'm wasting his time, but I want to hear this. The
wasting
runes.
my
Everybody
time,
turn your
it's fine.
subwoofers on.
I want to
Okay.
hear the
All right,
runes.
let's see here. We got
Turn 'em on.
user. We got where's runes? Where's runes? You're doing a good job.
Right above
The
Squecky.
bar is below D, Sechi.
Alphabet, yes.
Let's see here. Keyboard, no
Arm
working.
it. Arm it, bud.
Arm it.
Oh, it's just low. It's just real
There
low.
you go.
It's just we got wub. Sometimes I'll just go like this. Just
Man, I have that. I still have that song on my like reoccurring playlist. I listen to that song a little too much, probably.
a lot of the
I love
times I'll actually use this runes drop one, and I'll just have it make our 808s out of it, just because it's kind of a familiar sound.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Exhale hopping in the chat. Control I to add time.
There he is. Control
What a
I. Yeah, I
gangster.
wish.
True gangster.
The hockey's coming in for real.
Oh, dude. Absolute clutch there.
The amount of hotkeys that I even still know are so little. You probably watch my process and everyone's like, Tony, you can save so much time. You save so much
I get
time.
so mad at myself when like sometimes my brain just overrides when I'm at work and I go to right click and copy something. I'm like, no.
Control C, Control V, man.
Do it. It's so much faster. Yeah. It's a personal battle I have with myself. It is weird. It is weird. I'm using a Mac keyboard on a Windows system though.
So you're opposite of me. I'm using a Windows keyboard on a Mac system.
Jeez.
I'm using a Mac keyboard on a Windows system.
Oh,
Is it
God.
wild?
Why are we like this? Why are we all
Are you guys using
Right now, I'm Mac on Mac. Yeah,
Who's Mac on Mac?
I'm straight up Mac.
mixing? We're not mixing.
I haven't used a Mac in 6 years. 6-ish years.
That's crazy. I used to not be on Mac, and then I switched over to Mac. I was like, oh, this is so nice. My stuff's not crashing all the time.
I can find what I want to launch. What
Yeah.
the hell?
Yep. I see. I like the
No, I've-
ability to customize. I'm like, dude, I need a new graphics card. Boom, done, finished.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, I will say. I caught a lot of flack for being a Mac person in a computer science program at DSU.
Really?
But
I'm surprised,
They all-
honestly.
they all silenced themselves very quick after I out-benchmarked all of them on most of the
No,
tests we
genuinely,
did.
Mac is crazy for especially specific tasks. Like Mac is insane for specific tasks and security. Like their security is kind of unmatched.
Yeah.
Windows,
Processing power is straight up almost unbeatable right now. Like
Absolutely.
as far as consumer chips go, it's the M series has changed the game.
absolutely. When they stopped using Intel, it's like just the benchmarks of the M1s. When you saw the M1s come out, I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the architecture is just so much different. It's like it's just like a whole new way of thinking, really.
It is.
Pretty neat stuff. It's I'm definitely like I love Windows machines too. Don't get me wrong. A thick, beefy gaming machine is fucking awesome, you know.
Yeah.
But I just for everyday use and everything I need it to do, I just take around a MacBook Pro. dock it around. I have like a docking system that I use with my desk, so it's just like one cable, one display port, and it's like my whole rig is just powered.
Yeah, my current setup is
What is the sound?
is wild right now because I have us streaming through my desktop, but I have my Ableton stuff on a separate laptop. So I have my laptop
What is the sound?
going into my other laptop, I guess. Is the best way to explain it.
What is this?
Because I don't know if many people stream from one computer. Like if they have like some high processing things, it's hard to find any data on what streamers do, honestly. Like here's my setup and it's one computer. I'm like, how do you guys do some massive like internet stuff on the same computer that you're streaming from? I'm like I feel like if you have a stream just crash, I'd like to have some security knowing that like at least part of my stuff is still working instead of everything just shut down. Because even if you have the like most maxed out computer, something's gonna go wrong at some point. Something will.
It's the guarantee of technology.
Exactly. It works great until we don't know why it's not working.
Until you gotta hit it with a hammer.
Burn it with fire.
I mean, there's some logic to hitting stuff, man. You know, the caveman ways will never die. The caveman ways will never
What is
die.
the sound?
Dude, I work in a vintage repair shop. I repair vintage stereos all the time, and like half of the problem with them is you just gotta hit them.
What you know about?
You know
It's
what?
ridiculous.
I think they're finally getting information on why that's even a thing. Like the old tube TVs, why when you used to smack them, just disrupting some of the transistors and stuff, sometimes just actually fixes the problem entirely.
Yeah,
Which is wild.
in the case of tubes specifically, even if you just jostle them in a socket, it's enough to get the oxidation off the pins
It's wild.
and like make fresh contact again. So like, I don't know. In a repair setting, no, I don't just like hit something and then send it out.
It's a calculated
but
hit. Calculated.
If I am working on something and I know that it's like probably got bad solder joints or something, you'll just turn it on and hit it. And if it messes up or resets itself back to normal, you know, you got to reflow solder.
I'm liking the
That is a
the
diagnostic
pops.
path.
I'm liking the pops happening right now.
What is this fucking? It is crazy to just hear. Let's see.
Hey, shout out Lost Fossil. Thanks for listening to that song, dude. Runes was a really fun remix. Trip Hazard and Niz Beats are the boys. Always will be.
Yeah, at some point we want to get Niz on here. We will.
Yeah, he really should. He'd be down. He actually... I can't. I'm not gonna say it. I don't know if I'm cleared. I'm sorry.
I'm not at liberty. I'm not at liberty here.
He caught himself.
We're live. We're live.
No, I'm protecting you, dog. Seriously though, big things in the future for that dude. Always big things in the future for that dude. He's
Absolutely.
Bro,
excellent.
I'm excited to see where all of us go.
What is the
I'm excited to
sound?
see where all of us
Yeah.
go. Entirely.
I've got such a
What
fucking
is the sound?
funny
What is the
thing
sound?
stuck in my head from his set like last year. That's fucking sin.
Yup.
I don't even. His life
What'd he do?
That's
What did
all
he
I'm gonna
do?
say.
No, his live set was awesome last year.
What is the
I was
sound?
zoned into the entire thing, and I feel like we were back and forth on stages. That his entire set, I was just like, I was zoned for most of it. I was zoned for almost all
Yeah,
of it.
dude. He really has a way of like just locking people in.
So I'll tell you right
And-
now before I tell you this. He does not condone violence.
He doesn't condone violence.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like,
But this
somebody hit
motherfucker
somebody.
You would have to know him because he's not, in my opinion, he's not the person to say that. So him dropping some heavy ass shit and ripping that on the mic, it set me through a loop. Dude, that shit
Or
cracked me
either
so
of you
fucking
guys-
hard.
Either of you guys there when Memory Lapse decided it would be the right thing to go on the mic at main stage for his headlining set and say, "It's the last day. If you got any drugs left, you better take them."
Oh my
No.
God.
I didn't hear that.
I
No.
heard that, dude. I was not at the lighting console for like the first time that whole weekend. I was like way back behind the stage, and I heard that come through the mic, and I was like, Fucking the second I walked
No!
away, of course.
No,
Motherfucker.
no, dude,
Shut up.
he fucking kills it. He fucking kills it. We're gonna try to have him Mass Relay on here as well. We've reached out to him. We just
Yep.
gotta pin down a date. Just gotta pin down a date.
Yep. There's so many good artists to have on this one. I just know so many
Absolutely.
people. It's crazy. Every time I try to think about it, it's like I can't think of everyone.
Definitely. I would like
Oh, we
to
have 5
expand.
minutes.
Yeah, you're 420. You're 420 right now.
Oh man.
420, baby.
I would like to expand
420.
what we used to do on our we used to have a live stream called Tangent Talks, and we do an artist showcase on there, but we'd have bands on, and that was difficult because we'd have bands in an actual studio setting, and we'd actually just essentially set up a live setting and just stereo out to the stream. Man, the amount of times we ran into issues, it was just such a difficult process to have the live session sound into the live stream. We have better equipment now, so maybe it'll be easier, but I'd love to have bands on here too at some point.
Oh, dude. That'd be awesome. Straight up.
Just do actual
You'd
live
almost
stream
have to
shows.
have, like, you'd almost have to have like a pop-in studio that you could have a camera on. You know?
I think that was why it was so difficult, because it's like, all right, we're here on a Sunday. We used to do it on Sundays, and we would set up the entire band on that day. So it was just like, it was a lot of work. And if it didn't work how we were thinking of it, it's just like, we just set up an entire band show, and now we have to explain to the live stream why it's not working. So it's just a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. But like you said, if we had like a studio station and we could actually just have it set up and people just came in and to play, then that'd be dope. But to do
You
it
need a bunch of like $15 USB webcams. Like
genuinely,
one on pretty much every member. You got a USB hub like right in the center of everybody, and then it goes to the computer.
and I think
you know?
we had 2 cameras. We had my one webcam, and we had my Canon DSLR, and yeah, I was
The
trying to do.
DSLR might do it,
We,
to be honest.
it was all right. It was all right. Looking back at some of those, I'm like, fuck. I remember the stress.
Sounding like Squeaky Boy.
That's sounding pretty
Squeaky
lame.
We're down to 2 minutes 20 seconds.
I'm listening to this silently.
Yes, that's fair.
I don't even know what this sounds like.
One note lower there. After that curse. I'm not gonna backseat rap. Not on stream.
Duplicate up.
Let's see.
Duplicate.
I don't know if it's gonna duplicate.
Oh, we're getting
Okay.
close here. Let's
And I
see.
don't want to fuck it up.
Down to the wire.
See if we can farm for ideas.
Hold on, wait. Zoo, can you let me know if this comes out audio? If I watch this.
I feel like we managed to make it the whole stream, just like yapping, and now we're just locked in on watching.
No, we're
Yeah,
watching the last minute. The last minute.
It's the final minute. We have to put pressure on it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
High
yeah,
pressure.
yeah.
Wish I had a crazy something intimidating. Like
Intimidated now? Meh. So intimidating.
eh.
Yeah, that's intimidating.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
You got your Sonic sounds, man.
I got less than 60 seconds. Yeah, to freak you out.
42.0 seconds.
Hey, I can tell you right now, it's not the Home Depot theme song, so I already know he killed it.
20 seconds.
You got it, bro. Duplicate like you never done it before. Add an echo. Throw a delay on there.
10, 9, 8,
Oh god.
7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, 0.
Stop.
Oh, there it is. Oh man, not very good, but we
You
tried.
feel like
boys.
you
Dude, you did
you
so
feel like
much.
you
Do you
just
see this? Look at this.
You feel like
How
you
long
just
is
rode
that?
a roller coaster, Doug?
Like a minute.
It's insane.
Yeah, no, that's
It's
fucking
insane.
dope.
That's that. And the amount of look how many tracks you have, brother. Look how many different sounds you got going on. That's fucking insane.
I don't know.
One's a big
We
deal.
didn't get anything. We didn't get. Let's see. I didn't do any mixing or mastering.
Fuck it.
Dude, I don't think
Didn't
we've
do
ever done
any-
mixing and mastering ever.
SoundCloud,
Well,
bro.
Literally ever.
I was gonna do it like as I went, but I was like starting to figure
Oh,
it out.
dude.
I'm like, I should just do this at the end. And then mastering is literally this for me. I just go here, and we got the girth simulator, and
There you
it's
go.
just this, and you just turn that up. That's all you do.
Give a
Uh,
little girth, man.
it's done. You just do everything beforehand, and then you turn up the girth. And this,
If your
I
mix
just-
is right, then it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine.
exactly. And then yeah, limiter. These are just tools that I usually have just to see what's going on, but I have this down here, so honestly this is usually not even there. Tuner is nice if I'm just sitting here on main and I'm just trying to like find any, you know,
Sploops and boops.
just where I'm at anywhere in the track. Just helps save me time from putting it on like every single individual track there.
Absolutely.
Drums like this is like I'll make a pattern that's usually, I mean, something more or less kind of like this, and then any elements that will come later that I really think give it character and value. Like if I get like a feeling from it, I'm just like, okay, like, you know, this is standard blocky drums that are not really fun and creative. And then that will usually give me inspiration to go in and be like, okay, like I feel like I know the feeling now, and it's time for me to like go in and just put in the time to go fix these drums, because once I usually get to that point when it's drop city, I need that feeling to really match that, so then I can go in and actually make a cool and unique rhythm in the drop. So usually it's a whole lot of guessing and checking down here. And realistically, at the end of the day, I'm not a great musician. I mean, I have an okay ear for stuff, but realistically, I just brute force it. Like I don't know if that's most producers.
Here's
But,
a secret
yeah.
lore tip. Secret Black Hole Era lore tip. He's lying.
He's professionally trained. He's actually had quite many years in professional training.
Maybe not professionally trained, but bro's been producing since he was like 15. So I don't know what he's talking about.
So I started when I was 16, and I started on this thing called I think it's Audio Tool. Yeah, it's this.
Hey,
And
still
this is-
exists.
This is yeah, I can't believe it still exists. And this is pain, because this was my introduction to
Pain,
making
suffering.
music, and it's like hard to kind of tell from this image here, but all these instruments, right? Like you have to go and you have to grab them, you have to know what they do, and then you have to route them like they're physically like on a table, like an old synthesizer.
So you learned how to
old drum
you had to learn
tape.
how to MIDI patch first. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, and then I was like, oh, I need drums, and then so like I opened up like this Roland, like whatever this is, 808 909 over here, and figure out how that works, and then I'm just like, oh, like I need to be able to like have different drums, so I had to like go into a synth and figure out how to like build all my drums from scratch and be able to like route them into that, and I was like, I don't have any effects, like how do these work? And then like my chain just getting messed up and messed up and messed up. So I did that for about a year until I got a free version, like the beginner of FL9. And then that was like 17. When I turned 18, my aunt got me a computer for my graduation, and she shipped it. She bought it down in Florida, shipped it over to Texas to my cousin, and her boyfriend at the time, I think she might have like pirated like a like an Ableton 9 FL9 full version, and then they shipped it over to me, and they're like, "We got you, homie." And then so then I started pretty being a FL user. And I didn't change that for probably like 2 or 3 years. And then after that, I had known Lucian pretty well, and he was an Ableton user, and I seen a lot of the people that I really enjoy, like their music. They were all working Ableton. They're talking about workflow, and I was having an issue with my workflow and being creative in FL at that moment. So I just decided, I'm like, okay, like, hey, you've opened up Ableton a few times, you've tried it. Like, yeah, I know it's painful to have to restart at zero, but realistically, you've done much harder things, and this isn't zero because you've learned so much in FL. So I just bit the bullet, and I took like 2 days. I stayed up pretty much straight, and then I ended up making my first song in Ableton for this, and it was New World Order. So this track down
Beef
here,
Supreme.
Order.
so I'm Beef Supreme. It used to be, but this was the first time I'd ever made a song that had any sort of traction. And it's because it's got an Alex Jones sample in it of him just going, I'm kind of retarded. So, and it was just, yeah. So this was my first time seeing anything of any like real views. And I was just like, like, this was my first song in Ableton. This came so naturally. I had so much fun doing this, and I felt like I was able to get those creative choices out so much quicker. I'm going to stick with this. And that was probably when I was like 21, 22.
Right about that time that we moved in together.
Right. Yeah. I was living with another friend, and it was time to get out of that because our lease was getting up, and these guys had a house over down like closer to Main Street, and I was like, hey, I need a place to live, and he's like, I got you, fam. So after that, just spending time and time together and doing the stupid happy stuff, and knowing that at the time Versace was my first alias. I didn't, it was a nickname that I got in college because I like to, it was a plan, Versace, and then but they would say Versace.
That's a pretty sick name, honestly. That's a pretty sick
Yeah,
name.
but they were like Versace, and I just realized I'm like, you know what? Like I'm feeling really like I don't know what the term would be, pigeonholed. I was like too locked in on not knowing what this project was and knowing that I wanted to take a project a little bit more serious. So after staying up like a little bit late watching some YouTube, some space videos and stuff, I ended up watching this video, and at the end of it, it was just describing like these different periods of time in terms of like space and towards like, I guess what you would almost, I mean, if there is or isn't an end of time, this is very far in the future after all the stars have died, and all that remains left are black holes that have consumed all like the remaining light in the universe.
The black hole era.
And they call it the black hole era. And so I immediately Googled it and checked to make sure that like, hey, no one else is really using this name. This is something that is very broad conceptually, where we can have it really be anything that we want, and it's easy to remember and spell. And so that just kind of became like that direction. And, just every time we were sitting down, me and Owen were working together, I was like, you know what? I'm like having a lot of fun doing this. And like, we're really just being truly creative. Like I thought of this name, like we should just practice a little bit and see if we can have something come of this. Like I'd love to, do this with you and eventually create some sort of story together and do something a little bit more important than doing Alex Jones dubstep.
I think a potato over there could relate to that exact same sentiment.
Like your guys' vision and story, like your live sets are so fucking well thought out, in my opinion. Like I don't know if you guys wing them, but like they're so well thought out, they're so structured, like they make sense, dude. Like
fun fact,
they make
the lighting is all live too. None of it is pre-planned. It's just like my basic live patch, and we go up there and I control the spaceship.
You guys just do really
We
well.
do a lot
You
of
see
not
the vision,
mixing.
You can see the time that's been put into it, and it's
Sweet, man.
received, I guess.
Yeah,
I appreciate
Long story
that.
short,
Listen.
it is received.
I really do appreciate that, because like, I mean, the idea of this when we were first starting too was just hey man, like I don't know if this project's gonna go anywhere or do anything, but like I'd really like to do this the hard way. And like I really would like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't really care about getting views, plays, being known, playing more DJ sets. I was like, I want to make something unique and creative in us and something that, you know, is like feels natural. And I think that's only going to come from us sitting in this studio and just messing around until we develop quote unquote like the, you know, the sound. You
When
know,
fucking
and
drifting away happened.
yeah, you just see a lot of people too. They really shoot for the stars, and they're like, I really love this artist. I really love this sound. Like, I need to learn like all these fundamentals of like what goes into this genre of track. And it's like you easily get like narrow-minded, and like you lose the idea of being able to be creative because honestly, you've never taught yourself how to be like how to learn how to be creative. I
Like,
think.
the likelihood it's like anyone being in sports or any like path that really weeds out a lot of people. If you see someone on stage or on a court and they're like on national television and they're super famous, for them to be in that position, for them to be like well-rounded and like a knowledgeable person about the world and their craft and also be a good person is just like it's so astronomically like like the possibility of that is just so unlikely. So I was like, I would rather if I'm on a stage and there's millions of people who know who I am or who my projects are, it's like I'd rather be a pretty well-rounded person and because I'm in the same group as you guys. I want to play with people who just want to fucking make a cool thing, and if other people end up gravitating towards that, dope. Freaking
Yeah,
freaking dope.
Oh, Owen, do you have something to say?
It's just exactly how the whole project's been, even like Black Hole Era or Stupid Happy.
Oh, and
We just let them come.
I will also like add into this too with the whole idea of the Black Hole Era image and people watching us grow over the years, and like you guys have seen us play over the years too as well. We've been very fortunate enough to have an amazing group of friends who've been very dedicated and like very helpful with our dream, you know. Shaper, he's one of our friends, and you know, he sat down and he spent, I mean, realistically at this point, Owen, I don't know, it would be an overestimate, but at least 100 hours, maybe double that, on designing from scratch Blender visuals for us. And then his sister too as well. Owen, could you tell me what she goes by again? What's her?
She just launched her new thing. 1 second.
But anyways, she's like helped us design like our shirts, our merch, and like actually starting to fit like a better image to us too as well, like a little bit of branding. And it's like
the branding is huge.
Her name is Common Mortal Creations. If
Common
anyone's
Mortal
trying,
Creations. Yep.
she does. She actually did the shirt that Sechi's wearing right now. That's our little avatar, and then the back this is like shirt 1 of 2 of the Anime Girl series.
She also does the art for Synesthesia Music Festival and is our Synesthesia Music Festival art director too. So like a lot of, if anyone has the opportunity to come and visit Synesthesia and you look around, you're like, wow, all this art is so cool. Well, now you know who did it. So
Gang
Shout
of
out,
minions.
shout out.
Shout outs. Absolutely.
Shout
should
out
we
to
should we run
nonstop.
should we run this
Run this
track
back.
back just to
Run
see
it
where
back.
Let's run it
I
back, dude. Can we
I have
run
a
it
hard
back,
time
please?
showing something that's not done or perfect, so this is going to be painful, but we'll see.
I feel you there,
Except
brother.
this-
I feel you there.
Oh, I should probably unmute some stuff, huh? Let's see where we
if you
at
want,
here.
man. If you want to.
What's going on? There we go. Are we unmuted? I think we're
And
unmuted.
I think I turned you up a little bit, so we should be good.
What is the sound?
And then yeah,
Dude, that's
Let's fucking go. Jesus.
that would have been doubled, I suppose.
What is the sound?
There we go. Dubstep.
I would do.
Dubstep.
Little
Let's
lasers, you
fucking
got-
go, dude. I gotta do a second round of air horns on that.
That's where we're at. So, I mean, it was pretty easy to get a decent amount of the structure down, but I think this really shows me though where like I think I spend most of my time I think is being creative on these drops.
Actually,
which
you,
I
you
think
turn
makes
those
sense.
drums out fucking quick, man. You turn those drums out extremely quick. So
It
All
does
the power.
help, I guess, like not having to like dig through Splice and find samples. I'm really bad about file management. Owen would be able to tell you. I don't really take a lot of my
So-
favorite sounds I use and make like packs that I can just go and grab. I do weird stuff like this where I just like have it like thrown in here and it never changes. And then I go through and I do all the hard work of changing it before it like really, really matters. Cause like other things I do like the hard way or like stuff like our side chains and stuff. I'll go in here and I'll pull up like these bass groups in here, and I'll throw on a utility, right, and then hit the old gain button, zoom in, get this, and then right here I'll just manually start drawing in the side chain, and I just like fit the curve to
Oh,
the
wow.
kick. Yeah, but like once you get it down, and it's like since the patterns and dubsteps don't really change that much, it is fairly easy to just go in and just start duplicating. I mean, in this sense, it's really really simple, so it's pretty easy to do. But I mean, yeah, it's not by any means fast, quick, easy, or the best.
I do everything the hard way. I'm fucking with you, man.
yeah.
I'm fucking with you. I have so much to learn still, and I feel like I've spent my entire life learning this shit.
Well, like I know there's plugins out there. I can't even remember what it's called right now, but there's things that will automatically be able to know what this waveform looks like, and you can essentially inverse it and map it to your sub bass and or like your highs, you know, so like if you really want it to be able to follow along with something, you can match it to like vocals or like your snare or like whatever you really need to be cutting through the mix. And so like I think there's like, you know, there's some tools I think that would be helpful to be able to speed up that process and also help the overall mix down.
Absolutely. No, thank you for your submission into the Time to Shine files.
Yeah.
Well, hey, hopefully I make the cut for the finals. Huh? Probably
It's
not.
live
not.
and it's logged.
It's live and it's logged. All right, before we jump into Za is going to make a song for us today. We're going to do our Be Right Back screen just so we can shuffle our screens around. But as is customary, if you shoot a subscribe or a like or, you know, put another comment on there saying get the fuck back to the stream, it makes us come back quicker. So we'll see you in like 2 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. See you soon. Hello, we are back. We're so quick. I knew it. You're so happy that we're back so
We're
quick.
in it.
We're
Nothing
freaking
happened.
in it. And we're going to get right the fuck into it because we know it's a Wednesday and people got that work tomorrow. Boo. Count me down there, brother.
3, 2, 1, go. You know what I'm saying?
So I got some
You know what I'm
motherfucking questions for you guys while this guy locks the fuck in.
You know what's gonna happen.
So I'm just gonna go through my typical questions that I've asked in the past, and everyone has their own specific answers. I'm learning I come from a band world where the typical day before a show looks possibly a little bit different than the questions I'm expecting, like the answers I'm expecting to get from DJ artists, because some people will practice a lot before their shows and some people just don't. My band, we're sitting in a bus or something like that. We're like, all right, this one part we want to solidify this part that we've been struggling with or something like that. But my first question for you guys, what does a typical show day look like for you guys when you from wake up to like load out of the show? Like bring us into that world.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, usually
About synth last year, yeah.
Usually the first step in the day is getting up and going to get the damn trailer from Perfect Wave, which nobody wants to do. I usually wake up first because I'm on the furthest side of town, and I go pick up Lucian, and then I go pick up Sechi because I know Sechi's going to be still sleeping. And then we go get the trailer, which usually has stuff from another show in it, which
Of course.
is a problem. And we dump all that off and load up what we need and go set up.
So this sounds a lot like our loadout because we're the ones playing in the show, but we're also the ones running the fucking sound typically.
Cheers, buddy. Been there.
Cheers.
Stupid. Yeah, here we'll go fucking 3 ways.
Running
there.
sound at the same time. Woo! Because what else do you do when there's no other fucking people running sound in this area? You got to run your own sound.
What else do you do?
Opportunity, you got to make it.
Yep, you do.
Yeah. So anyway, we get set up, and then usually about halfway through setup, Sechi dips out, and he's just on his computer looking at music, deciding like this is the set that we're gonna put a set list together, and it never happens. We just show up with our flash drive full of Black Hole Era music and maybe a couple of other zingers for like Section was huge for us in our set.
Of course.
But usually that's how it goes. And
Yeah,
then I'm sitting at the venue doing lights the whole time, just programming, getting ready for the show, and making sure I can make the hot swap to take the console to the DJ stand.
Yeah, that's definitely difficult. That's definitely a difficult process.
Yeah. So
I'm addicted to it. I just keep doing it. So go ahead, Sechi.
Oh, you're good. Just to add into that. Yeah, I think the last 2, 3, maybe even 4 shows we did is I just need to make sure these tracks are formatted for Rekordbox correctly, because like it's me freaking out about that the whole time, and then trying to finish up tracks that are like in my head like not close enough to like what I want to play live. And so like a lot of the time of like picking tracks and stuff like that, or picking songs that we don't make to throw in there, is it all gets done so pushed towards the end, so last minute, that when we show up and we play, the first time we even think about it is the same time we're playing and we're plugging in our USB for the first time. For Synesthesia this year, we literally couldn't even see each other, and the first time we see each other was right when we were supposed to play, and plug in the USB, and we're like, hey, what are we gonna play? And I was like, I don't know. How about? And I just went like this, like looked away, and just like clicked the button, and that's how we started the set. Right. Yeah. And it's like people like a lot of the time they'll come up in the big. I literally think that was the best one so far. That was the best. And I'm just like in my head like I don't deserve it. Like we don't deserve the praise. It's like I feel like it gets like lazier, but like something about it also makes it very natural. Being out there and being like, I got to read the crowd, I got to use a little bit of these like old DJ, like wedding DJ skills I had and stuff, and just be like, hey, like I want this to feel natural, and I think that's a good way to make it feel natural.
Absolutely. I mean, the struggles we have as a band. I mean, with Zazu, we're still definitely trying to figure out transitions and stuff. We're still such a new project, but with a band, I mean, we got to a certain point in our touring career where we're not even focused on the songs we're playing. We're focused on the transition from song to song. Like, what key are we in? And I imagine there's the same process of how you guys are implementing your songs in Rekordbox of like, this needs to be in a similar key or a similar tempo. But yeah, with the band, it took us so many years to fucking get to the point of like, all right, we have the songs figured out. Let's figure out how to like make it a seamless transition in between these songs. Very easier said than done. Very much easier said than done.
It is hard when you want to get extra creative with it because, like with us, there's so much work done beforehand with some stuff. By the time we're getting up there, if we know, like, hey, like, this might not be perfect, a lot of our tracks honestly just get played out completely. And, like, we design a lot of our songs the way they end to blend really well into new ones. And a lot of our, like, starts of our tracks are very, like, I mean, odd and trippy and weird, and the ends are, like, the same. So, you know, going from one track to another, you know, it doesn't really feel like you're really mixing, but you're more like presenting music. And maybe that's why it seems like people think it's so seamless. But it's like behind the scenes is like, we're not really doing that much. Like, we want to be better about it, but like, you know, I think good quality music comes first for us.
Absolutely.
I've always argued on we spent a good number of years arguing about it, but I've always argued that it does not matter how well you're mixing if you're making all of your own music. Like, there is a time and a place for doing awesome, crazy DJ transitions and blending super cool sounds and super cool songs with one another. But for the Black Hole Era project specifically, like Sechi said it probably as good as he could have, is like, we put a lot of time in on the studio end, and we like that to be reflected on the stage. And for me, doing lights, it makes it really, really immersive, because like, doing lights is kind of the way I immerse myself at any concert anyways. Like, if I'm not
It's the
a lighting guy at a
Absolutely.
concert, I'm just like standing there, you know?
That's definitely a huge part of it. It's the experience that you're looking at something. The music is cool, but if you don't have a good representation of what the music is trying to say visually, it's like not having good stage presence. If you don't have good stage presence, then people are going to be like, all right, these guys aren't interactive at all, which definitely my band has struggled with in the past.
No, it's okay. It's hard though, because like, especially playing live music, like, you're actively like trying to stay on beat and doing the count, and it's like, if your music has like depth to it, you're like, oh great, this is even harder to just do when you don't even have to act entertaining. But as like a DJ, you do see a lot of people, they're not that fun to go watch. You know, even like their music will be awesome, you'll sit there and be like, I love this, but you're like, they don't have like that aura to them.
Absolutely.
As the kids say.
Well, and sometimes the crowd interaction has to be prescribed. It's like, here, like, if you don't think about what you're gonna do with the crowd ahead of time, it's probably like most people are not gonna be prepared for what it's gonna take to pull yourself out of the music in order to do that. I mean, some of the best performers is like, they'll have an entire script of what they're doing. It might not stay perfectly on script. They're gonna blend it into the specific time of what they're doing. But man, some people are just they're not great performers. They might have great music, but they ain't great performers.
It takes both for sure. And it's like, I'm pretty animated while I'm doing lights, so I don't really have to think about it. But I mean, you would be too if you were setting off the strobes on a stage you're standing on, dude. It's like,
spiraling lasers with your fingers.
It is hard to describe any other way than it's like flying a spaceship that has like really crazy cool sci-fi weapons.
Absolutely. Well, some people's full stage presence. I'm gonna pull Alec out of his locked state. Alec, who is that one artist that played at Bass Ribbon Pines that I saw way late after you guys went to bed, and he just so happened to. Oh, can't hear you. You're muted.
Virtual Riot.
Virtual Riot. So I accidentally saw Virtual Riot, and dude, like, he's just a silhouette. He's just an entire silhouette the entire time, but his lighting show on top of his, like, intent. Like, I'd never heard of Virtual Riot, and I didn't realize that I was watching this, like, super famous dude play music while we're just chilling at this festival that we're playing at. And it's like, it was such a cool experience because his stage presence was really just, it seemed like prescribed, like specific motions that he's like accustomed to, but his lighting was so on point to what he was doing that it made sense. I'm just like, can't see his face, don't even know what the dude looks like. He's a silhouette the entire time. That's a hard fucking lighting situation to figure out while still being so immersive. Like that's very specific.
Or silhouetted in red.
Like
It's
feeds
either-
off of you moving. Like if you're moving and you're dancing and you're feeling your music, right? Like other people just like almost don't have a choice but to feel it. with you.
Exactly.
Especially if it's done right. And like I think Owen and I like that comes natural with us because we have so much fun on stage, right? And like you always see us moving and dancing, and honestly, it's like it seems like it's like
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
yeah, like a plus though. It's just a plus that people get down with us.
Alec, we're down to 1930. Boom.
Yeah, boy.
He's getting in
I'm
there.
actually freaking out.
But
He's freaking out, folks.
I mean, there are, funny enough, there has been Black Hole Era sets like where I am just DJing, right? Like I'll be DJing and doing lights at the same time, or I hadn't planned on doing lights at the same time, and I'll just like bring the console up there greedily, and it's like
It's time.
it's pretty fun. But I'm definitely like, I don't know. I feel like people who see a Black Hole Era set where I'm mixing definitely get a different experience, and maybe not even like it's still an authentic Black Hole Era experience, right? But it's just like it doesn't feel like a headliner set when I play. Sachi's really good at choosing songs, and I'll like sneak over to him and be like, "Yo, you should play this song last." Or something, and
Well, it's a
like
pretty delicate thing to be working with another person. I mean, coming from a band that has 5 individuals making decisions equally, sometimes those decisions are just such a slow fucking process for the most like minute details of a song or just a set, or like, dude, we'll push off making the set until the day of, and then we're sitting there like, I'll do whatever, let's just put this fucking song in here. So we all want to get these songs in here so no one's pissed off or just as uncomfortable going on stage, because it's hard to ride that line of respecting the people that you're working with while at the same time getting what you like, what your vision is out of the thing. That's why I think your guys' dynamic is cool, because you guys can both play music, but Owen, you're focused a lot on the lighting, so it provides Austin the ability to be creative with the music, and you can be creative with the lights. I imagine that transition is hard for you to go into playing music, because then that pushes Austin off into a different space. It pushes you into a different space. So it's
well, generally when I'm playing, Sachi's not around. Like he's in here.
fair. That's fair. So I imagine it does feel
pretty
different.
rare. It's pretty rare that I'll drop a track. But like I said, I just kind of like sneak over to him and be like, "Hey, I think Drifting Away like is the vibe tonight. You need to play it at some point." And he'll just like figure out some magical way to sneak in my stupid requests. I'm basically like a glorified song request lady.
It does kind of seem like that sometimes, because we'll get up there and it's like we'll be so rushed that like it'll get started and we'll be like in the zone, and then it will be like halfway 3/4 through it. I'll be like, I'll just look over at him and I'll be like, "What's
I
next?"
ain't in it.
Like, and he was like, "It'd be cool if you picked that one." I'd be like, sick, we'll make it work.
I think
It's,
where I find the ability to pull Za over away from what he's used to. I want to just implement as many live instruments as we possibly can, and I know that he is so not used to that it's just it's been getting used to the live features of Ableton and trying to implement that.
Yeah.
It's so hard to figure that out, like you guys are used to from afar. When you're 2,000 miles away from somebody, how do you practice that live set with the live instruments? Not near each other.
hard.
You don't. You
Yeah,
kind of
no.
don't. You kind of don't. You'd like, all right, here's the track without your guitar involved. Just practice that, and we'll hope that works out live. Hell yeah.
Cooper and I, when we're doing Choom, we'll like we like pretty much have to practice in person. We
You gotta.
like play live versions of our recorded tracks, right? They're just like split up
Yep.
and ready to be presented in a live
Certain
fashion.
solo tracks, certain
Yep.
dimmed down
That's
stuff.
Cooper Tim, by the way. Cooper Tim. He's very
Shout
talented.
out to the man with 2 first names
Cooper Tim. Hey,
and
soup
another
is
name
almost
that we
done.
don't-
Soup is almost done. I don't know who that's for, but Sam says soup is almost done. The soup be cooking. The soup be cooking. It almost done.
He is making elk hamburger soup right now.
Oh man,
That's
a delicacy here in the Midwest.
You tried calling me a minute ago, and I'm like, bro, I sent you the link. I'm literally on stream right now.
Gets in the stream, is like, come get your fucking soup. Get your soup.
Shouts out Sam. He's another one of our lighting guys, and he's a true gangster as well.
He's making
another
soup,
one of the,
making soup for the homies. That's awesome.
Another one of the 11-15 legends.
Right, he's someone who's helped us with the Black Hole era too as well. Sometimes we don't have the ability to do like lighting on stage and stuff like that, or we need a little bit of extra help with some stuff. He's hooked us up. So
love it.
Yep.
Shout out Sammy.
All the homies in the chat, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
One of my next questions for
Gotta
you
love
guys.
the boys.
Speaking of the difficulties of having a live show, I think we all feel blessed to have so many people that are willing to help in specific situations where we're like, I am at my bandwidth. I can't do anymore, and people. I've been fortunate to have people step in. But what do you feel like the hardest part of touring that most people or fans wouldn't see? That like what's the hardest part of touring for you guys?
Oh, and do you got anything specific for you that you find difficult with touring?
Sometimes it's actually like kind of weird requesting lighting stuff from a venue because they're really like not used to it. Especially a lot of the places we play, it's like they're like, "Why do you want my lighting plot?" I'm like, "Because I'm gonna fucking hijack your system, buddy."
Please and thank you. Please and thank you.
Yeah, and we've had a couple of problems with that, but not anything crazy, really. Most of the time when we're out and about playing shows, we're just having a fucking killer time and just happy to be together in the same city.
Right, like there's like a lot of positives to it, especially when Owen and I are together and we're going there. Like we're really just so stoked because a lot of the opportunities come, you know, I would say from friends, right, or people who are pretty close with that I definitely would still consider a friend, from the homies, you know. So like having good opportunities, like we get to play we played Milano. What was the last one we just played up in Fargo? That was with Butter. He's a New Zealand character. New Zealand cat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I totally forgot. Ashes.
All right, Ashes.
Ashes.
The homie Ashes. He's fucking epic. If you don't listen, Ashes is fucking nuts.
Absolutely.
But like as far as like touring, right? Like the difficulties with it, you know. I was fortunate enough to actually be able to go on more of a nationwide tour. I was doing sound and opening up for a band called Blacklight District. And so we got a tour a few times through like the Midwest areas. And the last one that I did with them before taking my current position was the East Coast. And, you know, it was just me, so I didn't have the opportunity to be able to have Owen come along and do lights. It was something that we were going to have happen, and it didn't pan out. But like, that was an actual like tour. You know, we like getting in a bus. You drive to the next venue. You get out. We'd set up the whole show. We play. We set up the show. I do my set. It would go into them, tear down, go to the hotel, and just rinse and repeat. You know, for like 2 weeks. And you know, it gets difficult because if you don't have the ability to be comfortable around others, or you know, be okay with maybe a little bit of consistent stress and variability that will happen if you're on tour.
Absolutely.
You know, it can be really difficult, I think, for some people. I think they don't understand behind the scenes of like, I made all this great music, and they don't even realize how like difficult it is traveling on the body.
Finding people that you can have conversation, because honestly, the projects that you see that don't work out, typically the music ain't the problem. The music wasn't the issue. The music wasn't the issue. It's the conversations and the communication that people are willing to have or not have, and it gets difficult. It gets extremely difficult sometimes. I mean, one of the last years that the band was able to go on a tour, I think we went on a 40 show tour over the summer. And dude, there was like a good solid 2 months where we just didn't talk to each other. Like right after that tour, we didn't hate each other, but we're like, I'm good. I'm sick of rice and beans. I'm sick of like being silent to hold in my emotions and to hold in my frustrations, because that's what you get to that point sometimes. It's not even that you're frustrated outright, but you're done. You're tired.
And it's like tour happens, life happens in the background, right? And like if you're on tour, like the Kyle Pfeiffer, he is Blacklight District. He did it with another one of his friends, but he's done quite a few tours. He got lucky, and he's talented, but he also got the opportunity to be on Octane on Sirius Radio when he was younger and had this hit. So he's got to do a lot of tours, and he was like, it's interesting when you're on tour because it's like you're moving this direction and everyone else is moving this direction. Like they're going through life, and it's like you're just stepping through it, and like you just find yourself in another elevator, in another hallway, in another venue, and they start blending together. And it's an interesting perspective to look at like everything else that's happening when you're so accustomed to just day-to-day 9-to-5 life.
No, genuinely, and then you all come back from the tour and you're like, all right, back to work, I guess.
And you're like, now this doesn't seem real when that didn't seem real. And it's kind of a weird like yin and yang, to life. Absolutely.
I would definitely love to see a lot of us go on some larger tours in the future. I definitely miss doing it, but just kind of what we were talking about before, one of the things, I'm not going to say I regret it, but I wish we would have started like outsourcing certain things, because most of our shows we're setting up the show. We're going to this venue hundreds of miles away at this place that we're not familiar with, where we got very little information. We're going to set up a show and we're going to play it, and man, most of that shit's just so exhausting on a normal basis, let alone like not knowing what you're getting yourself into. I wish we would have worked with people a little bit more, or just found those resources, but we just never made those connections in the time that we had.
I know exactly what you mean when you show up to a place and you're like, I have to make this show work. That is why we're here. Like being in that mindset of like, I'm going to make it work, is something that I think some people also have difficulty with. Like they get out there and then they're maybe not familiar with touring or doing a gig away from home or the local scene. And it's like you get there and it's like you realize people aren't there to hold your hand, that they're working a job.
Yep.
And that's what it is, and like it's not taking away that everyone there doesn't love music to a certain degree, but you get different variabilities of people with ability, right? So you'll get to one venue and it's like, this guy's really nice and friendly and he's really good at his job and he might even show you a few things. And you get to the next one, and it's like, I'll talk to you when I need you kind of situation. Yep. And, you got to be like, not take it personal, just be like, oh yeah, that's right. It's Wednesday for him.
And you also learn your ability to something we struggled with was marketing. It was like, you get to a certain place and it's just like, we don't know anybody. The homies ain't coming out to support us. It's like, if we didn't reach out to the right people, we're playing to 5 people, and we traveled hundreds of miles for this show. So it's like, okay, well, we got a good band practice in today, guys. It was a great band practice today.
Yeah, it's hard. A lot of the shows, like when I was first DJing and some of the earlier Black Hole era stuff, we played for no one, and like we had,
especially in this area, man. Especially in this area.
Yeah. When Stupid Happy was starting and we were going in and even being able to do like electronic music, down at the bars, it's like pretty much all the bar owners, people who were bar owners' friends, people coming in off the street, they would, they would just shit on us. They would just be like, it's just not going to work. I listened to you guys set up. It's like, this sounds terrible. It's like, like they're really regretting it. And then all of a sudden rooms would start filling in and people would start buying drinks and everyone was friendly. And they're like, oh, there might be something here. It's like, would you guys want to do something once a week? And
money talks, man. Money talks.
I'd look at them and I'd say everyone wants a week. And then everyone wants once a week. I literally said that.
And it's nice to have the homies that you're doing stuff with. I can't imagine going out and experience that alone. Because I have a specific like defining memory in my head. We were playing in a dive bar here in Gillette. It was definitely like our first couple of years as a band, and we were playing. And at one point, the last person walked out of the bar, and it was like one of those defining moments as a band of like, are we going to continue this or are we going to stop And we decided, like collectively, I think we started making a joke out of it. Like, yeah, we scared everyone out of the bar. And if that joke didn't get made, I feel like all of us probably would have walked away and been like, I don't know if we should continue what we're doing. So like that moment, that like very beginning moment, is what defined like, hey, actually, like we're doing this because we enjoy each other, and we think we have something, not because we're not for any other reason at this point. Like we're doing this because we believe there's something here. That's it.
Like having that belief in yourself too. I don't know if I can speak for
it's important.
Everyone or even a lot of people, but like with me personally, it's like that self-confidence, right? I mean, it took me a lot of years to be able to build up, and I think there's like a point that like kind of breaks in you, that you're like, you know what, fuck it.
Absolutely.
Who cares? I know I'm doing my best, and that's the best that I can do. And if it's not good enough for someone else, it's like, that's fine. I know I'm doing my best.
Yeah, absolutely. Brother, we down to 4 minutes, 30 seconds, by the way.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah,
I did a mute too, so I'm not listening to this until it's done.
Yeah, I turned you down quite a bit because the wub started getting pretty loud there.
But I'm sounding cool though.
I think he's girth maxing.
He's girth maxing. I'm gonna change the conversation a little bit away from this current conversation. I'm curious what your guys' writing style is like, because I know that you, Owen, focus a lot on the lights. Austin, you focus a lot on the music, but obviously there's like some level of communication about the songs themselves, and you guys both have the ability to write the music. So like, what does that process look like? Like maybe dive into a story about one song specifically that you guys have.
We definitely like, the one that comes to mind for me is Drifting Away. This was like, in my opinion, like the defining song that made us decide like, hey, we're gonna do this. And it was an interesting process, right? Because we had this super cool song that had seen like 9 or 10 different iterations, right? Like at that point in time we were living together, so it was really, really easy to just like collab and work on something, and then one of us would go to work and just keep working on it. And like, I swear, Drifting Away went through like 12 iterations.
So when you guys are making the iterations, you guys would work on a part, you'd save the old version as well as the new version and be like, hey, does this work out okay? Is that kind of how
like, I'll tell you, so Drifting Away, like when it like started, right? Like at the time, I had a girlfriend, she was downstairs, someone was like talking to me, and I literally like just said, hey, hold that thought, pulled out my phone and just went, I'm drifting. It's so simple, right? And like a few other like phrases. And then I just turned around and like stopped that conversation and locked in
You're like,
on the computer.
Hold on a second, or like 5 hours. I'll be right back.
Yeah, like it was one of the first time, like I'm not very good at like having an idea in my head, and I can, at least at that time, like translate it directly into what I was thinking in Ableton. And like this was one where I was like, I really have a clear idea of what I want this to be. And so it's like I just like worked pretty relentlessly on getting like the idea real solid. And by the time I was done with that first day, being able to like have that trade back with Owen and I was awesome. And I think, Owen, you were actually living at the other house. You were living with ex-girlfriend, right? So then we were coming over. I think we were doing some over there, weren't we? Yeah.
1 minute 30, Alec.
And then also shout out Another Methodology. He's out of Rapid City as well. He's a legend. He's super duper good at music production. And after like the 10th or 11th iteration, it might have been before that, like maybe like halfway through or something, you know, I'd sent him the track, and I knew he would give me real honest advice, you know, and he was just like, oh wait, I think I have like a perfect sample for you. And it's one of the main vocal samples in that track. And after that came together, it was pretty much like one more month of really like refining like the drop, making sure it was like the cleanest mix I'd had at the time.
beat it to death.
and bouncing a lot of atmospheric and smaller elements with Owen, because Owen's very good with the foley, the atmosphere, with these weird, unique sounds that like help like blend the track together. And then I'll reach my hand back in. I'll be like, no, we're getting a little bit too sloppy, and he'd be like, yes. I'm like, okay, yes, but different. And he's
30
like,
seconds.
okay, I can agree with that, right? And then it's a lot of give and pull and understanding not get too emotionally attached to something, especially when we both know like we feel it is or isn't right. So
Absolutely.
it's a lot of vibe producing. We're vibe producers.
We're definitely trying to find our blendability, because we got 5, 4,
4,
3,
Fuck.
2, 0.
One. Where's the horn? Hit the horn.
Yeah, we're trying to find our blendability.
Dog, I promise.
I mean, I've been jamming out to it for a while now, so I feel like it's gonna be.
I haven't heard it. I'm
He hasn't heard anything.
excited. It looks like you got a lot done too.
No, we're trying
I
to
pitched my first idea. It's just literally a fucking
I seen that.
Home Depot.
ridiculous.
Home Depot.
Home Depot did it halfway.
I love that you say you're like, I did it.
Anyway.
We're trying to find our blendability still, because I don't know if you guys listen to our track Reasonably Someday. That thing, the thing is it was very structured, and then I went in one night and I stayed up till like fucking 10 a.m. the next day and just fucked up the entire middle part, and I sent it to Alec, and the first reaction, she's like, yeah. Like, this is insane, dude. And he came around to it. He's like, actually, though, dude, this is pretty fucking insane.
I'm
And we-
like, okay, it makes sense.
And we started using a thing called Groover. I don't know if you guys have used Groover at all.
I haven't used it. I've heard of it. I think I've seen
Honestly,
people use it.
Recommend it. Like, dude, you get certain amount of points, and you send it off to certain curators, artists around the world that you just get. You can either get. We got put on a few playlists on Spotify, honestly, from it.
Awesome.
And I would highly recommend it just for that. But we got a couple of feedback notes from like top artists that are in certain scenes, I guess. And one of the things was like your songs need. It feels like there's like two different things pulling at each other. I'm like, that makes sense. that makes sense. So it's like finding that similarity while you're working with somebody is definitely a difficult process. It's definitely a difficult process, and you don't even understand it sometimes. I've always had a hard time subscribing to a specific genre, let alone working with people and finding a cohesive thing. I'm like, oh, dude, this is cool. It sounds nothing like what we've done before.
It is interesting though, because there's like songs that I hear from you guys, like the Flumish and New and stuff. Like these like when I heard them, I was like, these are so good. They seem so well blended and such a good like mix of both of you. So
I appreciate it.
Thank you, seriously.
Brother, you want to play this back for us? You want to play?
yeah,
let me turn you up. I turned you quite a bit down there for a while, so let me.
I need a re-upload span too, so I don't have all my crazy phasing issues.
You're like, why does
We'll
this
see how
sound
this
like
one turned
this?
out.
Why does it sound like it loses loses some volume there?
It's like it's there and then it's not.
Yo. Let's go.
The growl. Space.
That's nasty, though. Fuck yeah. Let's
That is
go.
a cool growl. I like that. That's cool.
Reminds me of that 360 set we played together in Wyoming.
Dude, that was
Yep.
an experience. That was the first fucking 360 set in Wyoming.
Yeah,
I
and you were
know.
doing a project, and I was like, yo, this guy's E-Prom, dog.
Yeah, literally, I was sitting there. I was like, I know this guy. It's not a big deal or anything, but I know him. Yeah.
Is this the Casper show? This is the Casper show,
The
right?
cat. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
this
at
is-
the
this was
hangar.
The hanger.
The
Yep.
Josh Teed, the Josh Teed, I think.
Josh T
was-
killed it. Josh T killed it.
Josh T was cool too. He was a nice fella.
Yeah, he was a very, very good human being. human being.
When I'm realizing, like, bringing guitars and stuff to an EDM setting, there's a lot of feedback issues. Like, homeboy playing a fiddle or a violin in an EDM setting, especially a 360 setting. You got to have some sound people who are actively listening the entire time, because there's been a few shows that Alec and I have played where it's just I'm playing my guitar and all of a sudden I can't hear my guitar, can't hear my vocals, and there's no one at the sound station. I'm just like, oh fuck, dude! Like I have no control over here. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm playing. I'm gonna pretend like I'm playing.
Look at me, this is how you play the guitar.
I've got this new vision for Choom. I'm gonna just bring a tiny little mixer, like a 8-channel analog mixer, to just have for Choom and send that to the sound guy.
That might be the way, man. I mean, a lot of bands will bring their fucking side chain soundboard and be like, here you go. Here's just play the mains and we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
A lot of times I've people will hand me like, here's our left and right, and then you'd be like, okay, now what? And they're like, yeah, you should be good to go. And I was like, if that's what you want to, I was like, if that's the way you want to do it, that's fine, but understand you're gonna have these limitations.
Yep.
But it works in a lot of scenarios.
Yep. If I didn't have illusion, then I would feel very terrified in a synesthesia setting. But yeah,
shout out Lucian.
Shout out Lucian. Shout out.
Shout out Splooshy.
Shout out Lucian.
The sploosh.
The sploosh.
Oh, well, good job. There's How you feeling?
Dude,
what is it called?
Yeah, bro.
I'm freaking. We got through it, dude. We got through it.
That was pretty impressive. That was very impressive for the midway delete.
The axe.
It's the customary.
Sometimes you just got to.
The customary.
Do you do that frequently, even when you're starting, like, without a time restriction? Will you find yourself, like, 10, 15 minutes into something, like, I'm not feeling it, and just start over? Because I know I do it. I don't do it probably as much as I should still, so there's wasted time, but I'm kind of interested
I've been getting better about, like, when I'm not in a time crunch, then, like, yeah, like, let's sit here and figure out the idea that I was trying to go for, but when I know it's just going to be me tediously, like, fucking with little parameters and, like, trying to get it the way I need it to, yeah, let's not do that for a time trial. That's.
And a follow-up, do you separate your sound design from your creative sessions?
Typically,
or do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, I use a ton of presets. I use a ton of presets that I've acquired over the years. I don't do it I think when it comes to sound design, I don't do a lot of like operator patches or like building synths in Serum. I have a lot of my presets, like I said. I think it's truthfully about post-processing the way that I do things, and I think that's where my sound design is more key in like active writing, is just post-production audio effects, like making it sit the way that I actually want it to. And I think that's where a lot of like my sound design stems from, because I started off with sampling super heavily. I didn't get to actually like synthesis style shit for a couple of years. So at first
we do a lot of
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. You're good.
He's like,
no, it's you. I'm not doing it.
Fine. We did a lot of that for a long time, and then we kind of like landed on a few synths, like you guys saw, like Squecky Boy and Long Boy and some of the other patches we save, and we've kind of adopted this like duplicate and destroy kind of mindset to it, where you just start with something we've already made and then just change it a little bit and change it however you really feel, whether that be experimental or intentional. Yeah, and then make sure you save the next one and it becomes Squecky Boy for the Revenge.
Yeah, I would say like almost all of like our drop sounds are handmade in Serum. There's not like a lot of times I'm using a preset for a drop. I do use a lot of presets like for like our ARPs, like synths maybe and melodies, flutes, trumpets, horns, all that kind of jazz. But then when it gets to the meat and taters of it, it's like it really helps us like hone in like the sound.
Meat and taters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've definitely been looking into like Alteria. I don't know if you guys listen to.
Oh my
Alteria. Gosh, who's the freaking our Be Right Back screen? What is the artist that we based that song off of again?
Anomaly.
Anomaly. Had you guys listened to Anomaly at all?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
that's crazy.
Dude, Anomaly's crazy. His Ableton setup, he has a video that is sponsored by, it's either Ableton or by, it's like a Sweetwater like showcase. I can't remember exactly what company it is off the top of my head, but it might just straight up be Ableton because his Ableton setup is so pre-programmed, and the way he uses his VSTs to like use every specific core inside of his computer efficiently. Like he goes into such specifics of like he'll have everything linked up to all of his other band members and the presets. He'll literally have everything mapped out in the arrangement view, and then it'll just be like specific backing tracks or specific arrangement like MIDI controlled spaces that have no notes in them, but his piano will change in specific, like once it's at that moment, his synth will just change because it changed in his arrangement view settings. I'm just like, that is so much preemptive fuckery that I'd love to be at with my band. And that's kind of the goal. Same with STS9. STS9 and their Ableton fuckery is awesome, dude. One of the bases inside of, I'm all geeking out at this point. STS9
is so a geek-worthy thing.
Oh, dude, like the bassist has specific MIDI controllers on specific frets of her bass. And so when she hits specific things on her bass in a specific way, it'll change the settings in her. I'm just like, you have controllers, you have MIDI controlled things on your fret. Like, I mean, it makes sense. It's just that's so specific. You have to know exactly what you're doing. Like, and you like, and they're such a jammy band, or they seem so jammy at specific points that I'm like, I wouldn't expect it to be that hyper focused in a specific direction, but insane. To transition into what we were going to do at the end here, Owen, it sounds like you have some stuff to show us with what you guys might be up to in the future, correct?
Yeah, a couple of tracks you might see soon. One that I just rebirthed from the grave.
And that's one that you talked about earlier, what is it called?
It's called Infinite Beauty.
Infinite Beauty.
It started.
Infinite Beauty.
Background. So that track was I think we made or started that one like
directly after Drifting.
It was like 4 years ago, maybe even longer at this point, and we lost everything in the file.
Yeah.
And so we had a version of it that was incomplete, and we basically were just like, I don't have time to rebuild this right now. We're going to keep moving forward. And Owen finally took the time to go in and try to rebuild it, so it's a lot closer.
Well, before we show that screen, let's hit our Be Right Back screen. Let's change our screens, and we'll keep talking about this and show off your guys'
like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Like, comment, subscribe.
You better like it. Nothing was said.
Nothing was said. Stop looking at me like that, guys.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Stop.
But if you maybe want to see behind the scenes one day, you should probably like, comment, and subscribe.
If you did, you'd maybe know what just happened.
Yeah, eventually I'd like to have a behind the scenes Discord stream where like there's a bunch of people chilling in here. If we really get to the point where we have like our Zaws and Zoos, like the people who want to come see behind the scenes, and then people who are just in the stream chilling. Maybe one day, and you could be that person.
One day.
Follow the future Zazu Patreon.
Exactly.
All right, what's going on in this project?
All
Owen?
right, yeah, tell me about it. Talk to me.
So drifting away, we kind of got to touch on it. This song started shortly after we finished Drifting Away and released the first album. And the song has had a hell of a run. Let's just say it that way. We started working on this one in an attempt to use Google Drive remotely, so we didn't have to sync our files all the time. And it ended up like catastrophically destroying the project.
It does happen.
And so we
God
don't do that,
punished us.
first of all. But as you can see, the project actually still has some media files missing, and there's like a couple of things in here that are really strange and old, and was not worth keeping at all. But I just dug out a temp version of the save off of an old hard drive that I didn't even know existed. And it was just slightly corrupted and slightly broken.
slightly,
So I was like,
just
you know what? I got the new studio set up. I'm gonna just build this thing and do it right because I love this track. I have loved it since we wrote it. And without further ado, here you go.
Why do I feel like? Have you guys played this? Yeah, I feel like I know.
I played this for you when we talked last week.
Okay, that's why I'm tripping.
Said would not dare play this song live.
No. Incomplete.
I think it's a lot closer these days.
CPU maxing right now.
Boom. This thing is spiky.
Right now. Watch. Beauty in my life.
I'm loving the down tempo
Jeez
stuff, dude.
Louise.
That's what
So,
I like
yeah.
to call some green stage music. That's some green stage music in the chat.
Yeah. Our favorite, like I'd say, one of my favorite things about this track too is this second bass sound we created, because we were really trying to find something that like squelchy type thing there, Owen, on drop
Drop
two. Yeah, and then I think just isolate that for me real quick.
Ah, yes.
Just
No,
the
I'm liking-
squelch, yeah.
I'm liking the higher register, like it sounds like like a calibrated feedback. It's really nice. I really like that.
It's yeah, I'll have them open up the pad. Open up the listen to this. It's just this, and if you look at the octave, we automated it to just jump, and it like interprets it and makes the little squeaks and stuff, and it's so nice.
That's just so nice.
That's the automation right there. I love this sound right here.
My life.
Just that little like riser. That thing is. That's one of the sounds that has been here since the beginning. Is that little like. Let me find it quick. I think it's just like straight up this. And it was there. That was like one of the only things that carried through from the old project.
No shit. You're like, okay,
And
we
it's
have to
like-
keep it. It's
Do you guys listen
Yeah.
to Herzaloid at all?
No.
I'm not gonna say that I have.
Honestly though, your guys' sound, you guys need to check out Herzaloid. He's very, it's like that vibe right there, like the '90s like rap song, like higher synth, like. But he'll put like some crazy heavy reggae intensity behind it. I kind of want to play some, but I don't want to get copyright strike.
You're good.
I will
You're
check
good,
it
you're
out.
good. We'll have to
But
check it out.
Herzaloid, dude, honestly, some very heavy. It'd be cool to get you guys linked up. He's over from the UK, so he's a bit farther, but he's huge, but not the biggest DJ. So it's always in the cards. It's always in the cards.
It would be cool. I mean, like, I think a big thing for me, like, over the last, like, year or two was trying to get to a comfortable enough level to start being able to do collabs more consistently. And there's so much, like, headaches with sending files back and forth, going between different DAWs.
Agreeing
like,
on a
figuring
format,
out
man.
How people...
Agreeing
yeah,
on a format,
exactly.
agreeing on a VSTs, absolutely.
It's like if it's like we could be better at having like a dedicated standard to it, like for ourselves. So it's like the track is done, now time to do more work on it. Like, hey, like now that I'm in the mindset, let's export everything out and stem the tracks so we can just send it out right when someone asks. Let's make sure that I'm bouncing versions that don't include like extra VSTs. And just being able to do stuff in a timely, efficient manner, because that's really like the killer between like collabs, I'd say.
Yeah, they die so
and
quick.
Oh,
I think that's like a
Owen,
passively like a background thing, like why we're doing this Time to Shine. I think it'd be awesome to, whether it's us linking other artists up, it's you guys showcasing how you make your music, but it's also showcasing what your format is. So it's like if somebody has a question of like, how do these people even make their music? It's like now like you can literally see from the ground up, like when somebody like is challenged to do what they're like base level, what are they going to do when they're not thinking so it's super longevity, but like what they have right in their basket. Like this is the prosperity that we can be like, hey, just go look at the stream. This is how I do stuff. Does this make sense to you? Does this link up with what you're used to? Now you guys have this video to send this to people if you need to.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very cool series you guys are doing here.
I love this. Again, thank you guys so much. Owen,
thank
do
you guys for
you?
fucking being here.
This is so much fun for me. You don't even know. Owen, should we show them some of like our current direction and some of our tracks we've been doing?
Sure.
So, fresh.
I'll show off that and then a couple of pictures at the same time from Synesthesia. Shameless plug. Come to the festival.
Come to
to the
Synesthesia.
You'll literally have a
You
blast.
gotta do it.
But yeah,
No matter where you're at, come to South Dakota. Come hang out in the mountains
right.
and rave in the forest. It's fucking amazing.
Fun fact: this is from my Blender. It is my my school project render for Black Hole Era Pressure,
Hell yeah.
and
That is
I love it.
fucking awesome.
Anyway, I love
This
this
is-
song.
This is our newest track, our current direction.
I've been loving the response to this one. It's super cool to see.
Put the pressure.
You can juice it a tad, Owen.
Put the pressure.
Might have to mute myself.
I ain't never giving up. Never giving up. Finger on the trigger. I ain't never giving One that hit my love. Finger on the trigger. I ain't Put the pressure. Put the pressure.
Shout out Trip Hazard on the picture.
Shut up, Trip Hazard. I don't know if he's
Oh,
here
the
today,
boy.
but shut up.
Put the pressure. Put the pressure.
One to test my luck, finger on the trigger. I ain't never giving up, never giving up.
Pressure, my love. Finger on the trigger. I ain't never giving up.
Yeah, the amount of rain this last year was interesting.
God damn, boy.
Made for a picture like that, I can't really complain.
No, absolutely looks so sick.
So I did have 3 days of unsolicited CDJ repair.
Finger on the trigger. I ain't
Indeed.
never giving up.
God, it's so fucking bouncy.
It is so bouncy.
So we kind of like that direction a little bit because it is like extremely heavy on the rhythm, right? Heavy on the feel and that bounce. So it gets you kind of moving, and it's nice because it's simple is good. Like complex,
Oh,
loud
absolutely.
dubstep noises are awesome. Everyone loves them. I mean, I don't know if everyone likes the 32 bar late drop rhythm sound, but when it hits, it hits, right?
Absolutely.
And
Oh,
but
yeah.
like dialing that back and being able to have something that's just vibing out is a challenge in its own. So I think that was what we were trying to do there.
Finding
This
the right
other one-
dynamics is key. Finding the right dynamics is
Yeah.
absolutely key. Can't overpower certain awesome parts of it with other parts.
Oh, big time. And it's like, but like, so we do tracks like that a lot, which it is nice. It really fits like our sound a lot. But, there are like tracks like this next one we'll play for you, old school era, like to be determined, by the way. But, it does fit a little bit more of like a standard model, I think, of what you'd hear from maybe an industry track with like a nice Black Hole era touch to it. But this is one that I think is pretty close for us, and you could see coming out soon.
The old school era.
It'll be out soon.
Come here, say fire under sound boy feet. Somebody say get defeat. Come here, say fire under sound boy feet. Hata boom, hata fire. Hata boom, that means say hata lava. Hata boom, hata fire. Hata boom, hata
That's super fucking. That is some old school shit right there.
It's a modern switch up. It's coming. It's coming.
Fucking hell, bud.
Second part of this drop might get a little bit of work to it, but it really was trying to go for that old school vibe.
Some me say fire hand and some boy feet. Brrr, some boy me say get defeat. Brrr, come me say fire hand and some boy feet. Brrr, some boy me say get defeat. Brrr, come me say fire hand and some boy feet. Feet.
Oh, that brings such a smile to my face.
Intense.
Thank you, man.
Fucking love
It's
it.
like I mean, it's an old school vibe with the black hole era and like modern twist. It's dope.
Thank you dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely was like, that was the idea. I was like working with these sounds. I was like, dude, you can't tell me that it doesn't sound like the dubstep we all know and love, we grew up on.
Oh, for
and
sure.
are you trying to show us some of the other like more liquid drum and bass stuff we do? Maybe like a December 3rd. That could maybe be a good one. I mean, it's kind of overlooked on stuff that we do, but we try to like spread up, not always doing just dubstep, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if
Gotta
we
keep
have
it
time for one
diverse.
more.
Yeah, let's show
Oh,
one more,
absolutely.
man. Let's show one more, and
Or do we want to do? So we have an option, Owen. We can do. One sec. Let me pull this up. We can do that one, or we can do something really different. What was the? I'm trying to think of the name of it here, real quick. Or do we show them like something like "Falling in Love"? Because that one's really different.
Those would be the three options for different genre. I would say this one we strayed pretty far. This one we really strayed pretty far. You guys listening on subs right now?
I'm all headphones right now.
I got good
It
headphones.
should be fine with headphones. It's got a brown note in it, so.
Yeah, my
let's
in-ears usually do pretty good with this.
Song's really fun.
The vocal in this is the first vocal synth ever made. It's analog.
To take arms against Russian trouble, and by opposing end them to fly, to fly, to sleep, to sleep, to fly, to fly, to sleep, to sleep, to sleep.
next selection, the computer sings a familiar.
Oh, that fucking halftime section.
Yeah, the halftime.
That character.
Who's that
Oh,
guy?
who is
that
them?
guy? Who is that guy?
It's him.
Who is
This
this
guy.
Who is
fucking
that
guy?
guy? Who is this guy?
Purely physical terms is essentially a matter of pitch and timing. In the next selection, the computer
He is now tagged.
To fly. To fly. To fly. To fly. To sleep. To sleep. 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 To sleep. To fly. To sleep. To fly. To sleep. To fly. To fly. To sleep. 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 To fly. To fly. To sleep. Sleep. To sleep. To sleep. Sleep.
See how that one's one of our very much different ones.
Very,
Absolutely.
very well fucking executed though.
It's nice to stay diverse. It's nice to stay diverse, I will say.
That
She
halftime
probably
section.
doesn't want me to show you gold teeth, but
No, it's no. Please don't. It definitely does need work.
It says,
If there's
please
one we'd want to show them that's really, really different, maybe not even like Black Hole Era vibe, we could show them that Falling in Love one. It's only 2 minutes, but it's a lo-fi track. We do lo-fi every once in a while.
Gotta, dude, you
we
gotta stay,
freaking
gotta stay interested in the music you're playing. You know, you can't always make the same.
I
stuff.
just-
We really got to.
Well, sometimes I just like to write like how I feel, and it ends up just kind of becoming these weird tracks. Yep.
Absolutely.
Little Neon Genesis Evangelion, like this guy back here. Big fan.
Shinji. Yeah, the way it usually goes, like, we play a song live, everybody loves it. It's fucking awesome. And such as like, don't play that for anyone. It's beautiful though. It just shows how much he gives a fuck. It's awesome.
That's how I feel with any of the band's music. The most popular ones are the ones that were like, how? There's Vanessa. What up, dude?
I love those breaks.
They added a lot.
The crash override. Welcome. We got all the homies popping in that I haven't seen in the chat quite yet. Hello, everybody.
What's up, boys? What's up, dude? Like and subscribe. Zazu Nation. Zazu Nation.
Scoo.
There we go. You got some lo-fi era.
Boys,
I think you guys
Hell
are the
yeah.
only one to hear
Lo-fi
that.
era.
boys. Let me transition really quick. We could keep talking. They could hear us. We're just doing the quick transition back to looking at our faces.
Transition.
Oh yeah.
Black hole era. Thank you, boys, so much for being here. If y'all are just coming into the stream, I am so sorry. We've been chilling for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. If you want to see what we made today, you guys can scrub back. I am sorry, we don't got any more for you today. This is where we're at today. But we
Bedtime.
If you like and
appreciate-
subscribe, you can go back to the beginning.
only
Yes.
if that happens.
Like and subscribe though,
Oh gosh,
and subscribe to the future Patreon.
it's been so fun having you guys on here. It's been so fun having you guys on here.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Blast. I had a blast. Thank you guys so much for having us on again. Maybe hopefully one day we get to do this again with you.
That's the plan. You know,
Positively,
season 3,
positively.
we might have battles with separate artists instead of battling against us. We'll have you guys go up against Trip Hazard or Lakai or any of our future
Please
artists.
not that one. Oh God. Get rolled quick.
Eats.
He's like, so I figured out how to optimize this, and I'm about 200 times more efficient now. I dug through Reddit and I found this special plugin.
Well, no, again, we're giving everyone the background of how everyone functions, and Lakai is like, I looked through Trip Hazard's thing, and I figured this out. I figured out how he does this stuff, and we're gonna do this today. Dude, everyone's been killing it. If you haven't had a chance to look at our past Time to Shines, we've already had 2. We've had Trip Hazard, we've had Lakai, and y'all are our third. I'm not even going to blast who we're doing next because I don't even think we know quite yet, but we're going to have another person on in about a month from now when everything settles down. It's been a crazy fucking ride this last month. So thank you all for being here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are already commenting. You know what? Just like and subscribe. We do appreciate it. If you want to see more of this stuff, if you have an idea of who you want to see on the show for A Time to Shine, or if there's an idea that you have that you'd like for us to do as and Zoo, please let us know. We would absolutely love to hear your ideas. There's a bunch of artists in the chat who probably know much better than us in a lot of senses. So we appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you, homies, for stopping
Thanks
by.
for all the love.
Absolutely.
Thank you
you
guys.
guys.
Thank
Thanks,
you
homies.
everybody. Thank
Did you
for
have
being
anything to
here.
say, Za? Did you have anything to say? Or actually, boys, did you have anything to say?
Thank you. I love you. We're in.
I only
Say
got-
that's a wrap in the show industry, but I don't do that.
I got one last thing to say.
That's it. Oh.
That's what we're used to, man.
Like, comment, subscribe, air horn it out. Thank you guys so much. Have a
Smash
lovely rest of your week.
Like,
This was Za and
Peace.
Zoo.
Deuces.
And Black Hole Era. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.